Once, there was sunshine.
A sprawling continent and people full of life.
Though there was war and hardship.
We knew there'd always come a dawn.
But that was 100 years ago.
And this is now.
Now there is the dusk, a choking miasma of shadow and fear. It keeps us from straying outside of Ithaca, of finding out if there's anyone else out there.
And inside of town, well, we'd be lost without the sunstone. No one knows where it came from, but one day it fell from the sky, giving us a tiny sliver of what there was before.
And now, when we go to sleep at night, it's different.
There are new days, sure.
But there will never, ever be a new horizon. Episode 3. Luxstones, Forests, and Halls. Oh my.
Welcome to Triple Crit. You can leave your coats and bags by the door. Katie can show you to your seats. We also ask that you turn off all electronics during the duration of the show, and please keep all arms and legs inside the show vehicle at all times. I am your humble dungeon master, Dellan Short, and I am joined by my lovely players.
Hi, I'm Emiko, and I'll show you to your tables and or your seats. And also, if you put your hands and feet out of the boat, people will yell at you, and the whole ride will stop, and then everybody's going to be really mad.
My name is Katie, and maybe I'm lost. I don't know. This metaphor is getting away from me, and I'm just a little lost.
That's
hey,
okay.
Little girl, do you need some help?
No, I'm kind of like a lone wolf, you know. So
are you sure you don't?
No,
hey,
I'm
you
like
don't need any.
Hey, this little 8-year-old says she's alone.
Yeah,
I just feel like I don't know. People are saying that our combined ride, show, theater, and sensory experience is too much for them, and that it's a little confusing as to what they are and aren't supposed to do.
But this 8-year-old gets it.
Well, listen, when you're dealing with a multimedia conglomerate such as ours,
truly,
some people aren't going to have the vision for it.
Make sure to check us out
this
on...
8-year-old's really smart.
Yeah, make sure to check us out on Instagram Reels. We're posting some really fantastic stuff over there.
Yeah, we definitely
For sure, yeah.
And
Was there a pun in there that I missed?
Yeah, well, I just said we're turning out really good content, and then I made a dumb fucking face.
Oh, okay.
Shit, that flew right over my head.
Your face, you made a face like, eh? And I was like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
that's
it's gonna
right.
reel you in. Whoa.
So
guys, I think we found it.
My new name is Trout, and you should reel me in.
Huh? What?
Guys,
sorry, let's just start over. I didn't realize we had a name change. I'm so sorry. Let me I'll go back to
Fuck.
Guys, we got some real comedy cooking in the comedy oven today. I think it's almost ready. Listen, just give us 3 more hours. It'll be done.
Yeah, we'll really riff on this bit.
Hey, bringing it back to the pod, is there trout in the dusk? Anyway.
Hey, maybe. So, last time on Triple Crit, our party descended the north face of the Ithaca Mountains and followed the trail of Kel, Jojo, Trunks, and Celine. That trail then took them into the dusk-filled streets of Northside, where they then fought the reanimated corpses of several town members. And after a very abysmal showing in that combat, the party then turned and ran to safety. With a very injured Naomi and a concern for their ability to survive, the party investigated the house where they hid and found that the party that they were sent to find once hid there as well. And they left some notes behind. After investigating the notes and their left behind equipment, the party discovered 2 of the corpses that ambushed them were Jojo and Trunks. But seemingly, Celine and Kel are still out there. Leaving Naomi behind to take care of herself, the party made the trek across the dusk side of town to the light side to find out some more answers. And that is kind of where we pick up now as you all traverse the dusk streets, the dusk-filled streets of the north side of Ithaca. You would notice that you're no longer being ambushed by the several animated corpses. They have seemingly gone elsewhere. It is just the kind of silent sounds of any dusk-infected area. There's just kind of no life happening here. But you can see in the very near distance some faint light, probably from the very edge of the light side of town.
I mean, I'm heading towards that light for sure. You coming, kid?
Oh, no, yeah, no, I'm coming.
All right.
I don't know if we're supposed to whisper.
I don't think
dusk.
it really matters, but maybe put.
I like whispering.
You know what? If it makes you both feel a little better, feel free. But there's. I think we're. I mean, I don't want to say we're out of danger because I really would like it if maybe you'd cultivate an instinct for being a little bit more cautious. But we're good. We're almost there. We can see the light. They don't really like that type of thing.
Oh, okay. You see Brock is is in his stone form, as this is the form that keeps him from having dangerous things happen to him because of the dusk. You all make your way to the light side, and as you step onto the cobbled streets of the light side of Ithaca, the familiar crunch of gravel is muffled. You can feel that even with the non-presence of dusk in this side of town, it still feels dense here. You see that Luxstone lanterns hang from empty storefronts, flickering like dying fireflies as they fade from view. And there's only one building that seems to have any sort of warmth or light or life coming from it. And that would be the Lantern Hall. It's a very squat stone structure with boarded up windows. And you would notice it has a sign hanging in front of it. It seems to be cracked and warped in many ways, so you can't read it from the distance that you're at, but you do see there's a sign there. Would everybody roll me a perception check?
Oh.
The first roll is so exciting. That is 21 for Blossom Nebron.
I got a huge, big, fat, juicy 5.
Yeah. Big fat 5.
Daiya is holding Brock's stone hand for him and not for her.
Of course. So as you draw closer to the building, you said Blossom, you got 20, and what did Daiya get? Sorry.
I actually got a 21.
Sorry, 21.
I got a 5.
And a 5. So on that 21, Blossom, you would immediately clock kind of the state of the Lantern Hall, thanks to the context of the other things around it. Blossom, you would see that the Lantern Hall is operating for sure like a refugee camp. It is the one place where there is people and life. Everywhere else is torn up, broken storefronts, really, really dim or completely darkened Luxstones. You would see that there are a few people kind of traversing the outside of the Lantern Hall, but the Lantern Hall, despite being kind of shorter, is a wider, longer building, so it does still hold a lot of people. And you would hear kind of hushed rumbles in there of people who are whispering, speaking quietly, moving very, very quietly, but very rushed still. For Daiya, you would just notice the sad state of this place, especially compared to the south side of the mountain, where other than that momentary flicker of light, everything has stayed pretty chill south of the mountain. This is a very different environment here.
Kid.
Okay, so we're headed into there?
Yeah, don't touch the charms. They're supposed to ward off evil spirits. Locals can get kind of, it's just a folk superstition, but they can get kind of,
Daiya's hands were already sort of like...
Stop. Again, it's just a folk superstition, but folks can get kind kind of mad if you... Did you just touch one? I heard...
No.
Brock?
No,
No.
I swear I didn't touch one. You see his hands are actively
Hey.
touching two of them. No.
Stop jingling
see
those. You're
anything.
going to
I
get
didn't
a
touch
fucking
any.
shot. They don't like it when you touch them.
Sorry.
All right. We're going to head inside.
I didn't see anything.
We're going to head inside. Things might be a little bit tense. Folks here seem a little bit on edge, which makes sense, the state of things. Do you want to take the lead or do you want me to handle it?
No, I'll do it. I'll go in first.
All right.
Daiya doesn't know whether or not it's good to like knock first or like what. So she's gonna reach out and try what I'm assuming there's a doorknob. So she's gonna try the doorknob and see if it's open, and if it is, she's gonna yank open the door and walk on in.
Yeah, you walk up to the kind of front door of the Lantern Hall, and it does just open. As soon as you do, though, you walk into.
Dellan is dog
I am
sitting, by
dog
the way.
sitting.
Just for like
Apologies
people.
if I'm not able to edit any of these noises out. Say hi to
No, they're
Rosie.
good. It's
What are you
ambiance.
talking
Our
about?
audience.
It's
I just
diegetic.
sneezed. What are you talking about?
She has her whole foot in her mouth.
Stop talking about me. Stop. Stop it.
Blossom, your whole foot is in your
Blossom,
mouth.
I don't
now.
think
No.
that's very safe. That can't be hygienic.
I'm
Or
No.
sanitary.
cleaning off. Listen, I'm cleaning the dust off, and my hands are full. I got a little piece.
I feel like we're freaking out the people
my sh-
inside. We're not even like
They're
Yeah,
not
that
even-
guy just
don't.
threw up. Looking at you, put your foot in your mouth.
How do we know he didn't just throw up and it was like a case of like causation, not necessarily?
Yeah, just like regular.
I think
throw up.
because
Yeah.
he wasn't throwing up, and then he looked at you and he throwed up.
I would argue that usually people aren't throwing up until they're throwing up.
maybe he's like really into fashion and he just doesn't like Blossom's outfit, and that's why he
Yeah,
feels
sure.
bad
Oh,
for
maybe
her
he
outfit. I'm not
thinks
saying that
maybe
it's
he
bad.
thinks Blossom ugly.
So we got three possibilities here.
Hey,
So
Willah.
either he throwed up because you put your foot in your mouth because you're gross, or
you put your
you
whole
put your
foot in your
entire
mouth.
foot. It's it's pretty impressive, honestly.
Or it's because
You like
I'm
unhinged
ugly.
your jaw. It was
Or
really
it's because
cool,
my
actually.
outfit's bad. I know there are three options. We could stand out here
Right, yeah.
deducing like some fucking mathematicians. I don't even fucking know. Or we could just walk through this door. You opened the door a second ago. So you're just standing there in the
I know,
doorway.
the door is open.
Why do you have the door kind of cracked open? Are you gonna open the door all the way? Or are you just gonna leave it cracked? You see, there's about 5
shit.
people that are trying to like figure out if you're going in or not, and they're waiting
This is a nightmare.
As you're holding the door open, you actually look up and see that kind of warped, cracked sign that was hanging out in front actually reads Miners Guild House.
I look at Brock.
Brock goes, "What?"
Look, it's for you. Because you're a miner.
Aren't you both minors?
I've never been in the mines.
I'm an old 27.
Fuck, you seem...
You're 27?
I know it's ancient.
I
Yeah.
thought you were like 16.
And I thought you
Oh.
were like 12.
No. What, me or Brock?
I shouldn't say. It's not polite.
Okay. I can drink. Probably. I mean, I don't, but I could if I wanted to.
You know what? That's a great idea. Let's
I
go in
drink
and have
water
a drink.
all the time. Okay, sure.
Okay.
I think that Blossom is a bit tired of standing in the doorway, and she kind of gives you not a shove, but maybe something a little more forceful than a nudge through the door. You know?
yeah, having this whole conversation with the three of us
Standing
just
in
like
a doorway.
standing, kind of lingering in the doorway.
Yeah.
I think that just the little line between Blossom's eyebrows is just getting more and more furrowed, and the longer it stays that way, the more likely that it will be etched into her forehead forever after this adventure is done.
Yeah. As you guys kind of push in, the thing that you would immediately notice is that everyone is eyeing the doorway. There is a clear fear on their faces and in their expression. As you can tell, no one really knows what happens, what's going to happen. when a door opens around here or a sound comes from somewhere, you can tell that these people are scared. As you walk in, you would notice that basically the entire guild house has been turned into like makeshift camps, and cots are set up. People are huddled around dimming Luxstones that kind of flicker and warp and warble just a little bit with energy and illuminate their gaunt, scared faces. And you would notice that in the center of all of this chaos is a pretty well kept yet still chaotic, almost like home base here. As you see that some people are going up to there, they're getting rations, or they're going up and getting extra blankets. And you see that there is one dwarven man in the middle handing out the blankets. He's handing out the rations. He's got these kind of goggles on his head, and you would notice that he is just moving like at the speed of light, just moving around, taking care of people, answering questions, comforting people. It's kind of the scene that you would walk in on.
Dellan, can I even just roll like a general perception check to just see if I clock anyone else in the room that gives me any sort of I feel like just like kind of the way that you do if you're like kind of a seasoned person, you walk into a bar, you kind of just scan the room to just see who all's there.
For sure. Yeah.
Great.
While Blossom's doing this, I'm like making my hand so visible so I'm not seen as a threat.
I just feel like Blossom doesn't go into a new location with a bunch of people without scouting out if there's like anyone who's a mark.
Right.
18.
18. Okay. Let me see.
Yeah. I'm doing for the folks at home, I'm doing what's called a look-in check. And that's where I just use my eyes and I look at shit and I see what I see.
Yeah, I think there would be two figures that would be immediately like they stand out from the more probably modest town members that are camping out here because they've been displaced. One of them is a tiefling who is set up at a little kind of shanty area of their own. They have set up several easels with different artwork, pieces of art, sketches, drawings, that sort of thing. And they don't have anybody else around them, but they are like making drawings and then putting them aside. And you kind of would see that they have a large stack of paintings of art. And then you would also see a half-orc woman kind of hunched over, sitting on a box. You can see that she is covered in soot and dirt, grime. You can see two stains around her eyes where it's the only clean, non-dirt covered part of her exterior. And you see that she has a giant scar as well that goes from like the top left of her forehead all the way down her neck and onto her shoulder. That kind of glistens out from underneath the soot. Those would be the two figures in addition to the dwarf that you would see that pique your interest.
Okay.
Blossom, do you see anything?
All right. Well, I was looking around, just getting the lay of the land. We are at sort of the information gathering stage of our journey. I mean, obviously, there's the dwarven fella in the middle. He obviously knows what's happening. He seems like someone we should probably talk to. There are a couple other characters maybe around that I made note of as well. But I mean, again, kid, this is your adventure. What are your instincts telling you?
Can I like get up on my tiptoes and see if I see like Kel or Celine?
Yeah,
just, like...
absolutely. Make an investigation check.
Okay. I'm being so optimistic right now. I'm like, maybe it'll be this simple. Ooh, a 19.
A 19. You get up on your tippy toes and start to look around, and you, off your first, second, third glances, can't see Celine or Kel. Specifically Kel. Like, you would know Kel's figure from a glance. And you don't see them here, but you do notice that as you're up on your tippy toes, there is a woman that you do catch eyes with, a human woman that is kind of wide-eyed and gaunt and There's just a moment where the two of you make eye contact, and it holds for just longer than every other person that you make brief eye contact with. But you're not able to see Kel or Celine.
Okay. Blossom, do you see that person over there? And I point out the you said
Yes,
human woman?
I mean, yeah, she looks like every other sorry schmuck that's found themselves in this place.
I don't know. I'm getting sort of like a sense. Never mind. I'm
No,
gonna stop
Daiya,
asking permission.
Daiya.
And
Are you
and I-
telling me you're picking up a vibe? Are you?
yeah, is that what it's called?
You're picking up a vibe?
I think I am picking up a
Yeah,
vibe.
no, listen, you gotta follow your vibes for sure.
Okay.
Bluminosity lesson number 1. You gotta
Oh.
follow the vibes. Yeah, write that down. There's an instructional there's an instructional manual that I can have you purchase later for $19.99. I don't have it on me, but the order forms are in my pack somewhere.
Oh yeah, we could do that. No, I think I'm picking up on a vibe. You said right? Vibe? Am I saying that right?
You know what? You'll find it.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk over to that woman, I guess alone, and I'm just gonna keep looking over my shoulder at Blossom like, am I doing
Listen,
good?
I'm not even here.
Brock is giving you a thumbs up.
Okay, yeah. I walk over to that woman. Hello, ma'am. You just hi. Sorry. My name is Daiya.
Hi, Daiya.
We just made brief eye contact over there, and it just seemed like a little too long. Not in like a bad way, and just like a maybe you know my face kind of way.
I don't think I've quite seen your face. I guess it just felt like it had a kindness to it, so I kept looking.
Oh, thanks. What? Sorry. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Maribel Quinn.
Maribel Quint. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Maribel. What? Could you? Sorry, I don't mean to be this far. I'm usually never like this forward. What? How long have you all been here? Like, how long has this place been this place?
Oh.
We just came in. We're looking for some people that might have gotten lost in the dusk, and is this like a place to refresh and reset before going out, or do you all just sort of stay?
Have you talked
here?
to Clem? I told him about my son being lost in the dusk. So if you have some people lost in the dusk, maybe he can help you find them.
Is Clem the man in giving out blankets and looking very noble?
Yes, he is. But you asked how long we've been here, and you see she's really taking. It seems like she's taking her time, but then as you watch her, it's like she's thinking and she's talking, and then everything she's thinking about leaves her brain, and she kind of drifts off, and then she comes back, and she, with like sunken eyes, she just says, I think we've been here about 3 days now.
Oh. Okay, that's not very long.
Well,
I'm like looking around at the established room that clearly looks like it's been around for like a lot longer than 3 days. What is your son's name?
Terrence.
That's a nice name.
Thank you. He's named after my father.
Oh, that's really nice. I'm going to go talk to Clem. Do you need me to get you anything? Like a water or a blanket?
You wouldn't happen to be a spellcaster, would you?
Not specifically.
Okay. I just haven't gotten sleep since we were driven out of our house, and so I was hoping that maybe a sleep spell could help. I'm just so tired.
Yeah. Daiya briefly thinks about hitting this woman so hard in the head that she passes out, but like it's like a 2-second thought that's like this would be helpful, and then she's like, no, that's a bad idea, and that is something that you would do with your cousins and not this random woman you just met.
Wait, you punch your cousins to put them to sleep? You,
Sometimes.
Emiko, or you, Daiya?
No, me, Daiya. I don't
Okay.
No, me,
I've never,
Daiya.
me, Emiko, has
You,
never punched
Emiko.
anyone. Yeah, exactly.
I was like, whoa.
No, is that
I was
not
like,
a thing that you do with family?
I was like, we hang out so much. I've been dodging bullets left and right, and I didn't even know.
and you didn't. And why do you think I have these guns, man? These
Fuck,
huge.
put those away.
these
I didn't know those were
huge
actual
guns.
lethal weapons. I thought they were just for show.
These guns I'm talking about, they're my biceps. I mean,
Clarification for the audio only audience.
yeah. I was like, they don't know that these
No.
aren't real guns.
Yeah.
We read like real gun
Okay.
people. For sure.
Yeah. Oh, me specifically.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Daiya briefly thinks about smacking this woman so hard that she goes to sleep, and then very quickly dismisses that thought. And she's like, "I'll see what I can do. I'm gonna go talk to Clem." And I sort of pat her on the shoulder, and I turn back to Blossom, and I kind of make like a iffy sort of gesture, like a kind of like, I don't really know if that was helpful kind of thing. Yeah, I know. He shrugs, and I'm just like, I'm gonna walk over to Clem.
Hey, yeah, no, I'll come with you if you're going to see. How did your side quest go?
Oh
You
yeah,
said
I walk back over to
ish.
them and I go, I'm like, yeah, her name is Maribel Quint. I don't know. Maybe we might have to talk to some other people.
Well, yeah,
but,
probably.
yeah, but she seemed really like out of it and a little spacey in a way that wasn't natural. Like not in like a spacey, like a fun way, like a, oh my gosh, I have so many things running around my brain kind of way, but like more like maybe something happened.
I mean, we probably need a little more information. I
Does
mean,
that
because
happen
sometimes,
to people in the
I mean,
dust?
everyone reacts a little bit differently, but I mean, yeah, it can. Or just, trauma. Or there could be something else going on. I mean, we kind of just think we're probably right. Need to talk to
The
some more
guys
people.
we fought had sunken eyes, but they also didn't really have eyes. There was kind of just like little dots.
Yeah, they sort of didn't have skin or
Yeah.
Rock, it's so hard for me when
anything.
you speak because I never know whether to like digest your comments and take them as possibilities for further investigation or whether to just throw them in the toilet.
Brock looks at you and he goes, I guess that is the existential nature of my being, is that maybe I'm here to help sometimes, but also I'm a child. So how much help can I really be?
And Brock, you just proved my point so well with that latest comment as well.
Yeah. Hey,
God, he's so smart sometimes.
He's
I
unknowable.
kind of think
It's
I'm just here to
spooky.
punch things for you and maybe be an emotional anchor that could be used for manipulation at some other time.
Well, because the emotional anchor certainly isn't me. All right, let's go talk to the dwarf.
Daiya thinks about whether or not she's the emotional anchor in this
It's
party
not.
now,
It's
and
not.
it's weighing
It's not
really
you, kid.
heavy on
It's
her.
not you, kid. Either.
As you
okay.
approach Clem, you see that he is handing things out, and he kind of comes over to your side. He goes, "All right, what y'all need? You need a blanket. You need some food. You need what y'all need, because I'm gonna be able to help y'all if you just let me know what you need."
Three waters
All
first
right.
of all, and then you can keep the blanket. You can keep the blankets for yourself.
I can't really understand what
He
he's saying.
hands you 3 waters.
That's simple. That's not polite. But then actually, I think we're looking for a little information. You see, we're not from around here, and we're looking for some people.
You know one of them Willah Brimstone types you get sent from on a mission type.
Yeah, no, you get me. Sent on a mission type is exactly the people we're looking for.
You see, he kind of takes a
Willah?
deep breath. He goes, "Well, I'll be dipped in moon fat. You the ones they sent down here. You don't look like no cleanup crew. No fancy.
Well, I'm glad that I don't look like a garbage collector, and I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Y'all here to
He said something about
Y'all here to
garbage?
fix the light problem, or you here to follow up on your four buddies that came on rolling through town the other day or so type?
They were here?
Oh, the four that Willah done sent down here? Yeah, they came through town. They stopped up here, tried to ask me for some shit, and I gave it to them, a little bit of it.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that was about carry the four. It was about 2 weeks ago. A little less than 2 weeks.
I mean, to answer your previous question, I think that where our compatriots went and your little light problem are probably all mashed up together. So,
Well, they did
both.
come after the flicker. I think something broke there over the north tree line, and yeah, kind of fucked up the west side of town. The lights went off, and it's like the grid's been dead over here for a while. So the darkness, the dusk started to creep on in. So, but that happened after they got here. They trying to think.
It happened after they got here.
Yeah, they came down to check on some other thing. They said they were sent by Willah to check on the relays, the Luxstone relays. They're the little power checkpoints that go through all out the town. So basically, to try and categorize the town or compartmentalize the town, they split it up into different sections. Each relay connects to a section, helping keep it alight with the Luxstones. And I think a couple of them blew, especially some heading out north to the woods out there.
So you're telling me that one of your northern relays blew, but also you've been having trouble with the lights along the northern tree line. Is that correct?
That's what I thought. So they came down here and they said that Willah had gotten some sort of transmission, that she had been told by one of her guys. They said some big elephant man. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm truly getting like every third word. Your accent is just so thick.
I look over at Brock.
You see Brock goes, that would be my daddy.
Oh, you said
Yeah.
elephant-looking man.
Yeah, an elephant-looking
I don't know what
man.
I thought you said.
What on earth did you think other than what word even sounds like elephant, Daiya?
Like phlegm.
A phlegm-looking man?
phlegm-lint. And I was
What
like,
you think? You
I
think
don't
we
know,
got
maybe
goop
that's like a
people down here?
thing. Goo people?
Yeah, you said he looked like phlegm. Would that be a goop person?
It's so hard for me to understand you. I'm
Hey,
so
that's all
sorry.
right. Basically, they came down here because she had gotten some
she's a bit
signal
fresh.
that something went awry, and so she sent them here. But then after they were here for a bit, scoping it out, checking it out, something bigger blew. I think something bigger happened, and yeah, the whole west side of town went out. I mean, it had to be 5-6 relays, totally kablooey, bust, kablam, just sent into a tizzy.
You think the same ones up to the north, or are there other relays over to the west?
Oh, there's relays all over. There's we've got a couple in the north. We had about 3 that powered the west side of town, so I'm gonna guess they all completely bust. And then we've got kind of 2 relays on the east side of town that's gonna cover your mining trolley, which is still up and running. And then the other one's keeping this old baby alive, and he kind of taps the counter and gestures to the lights on in the building.
Clem,
Yeah.
is anyone talking about leaving entirely? I mean, you got to know it might not be safe here.
Yeah, we've been thinking about it, and I'd love to. However, we have not been able to get a response back from the top of the mining trolley up at the entrance of the mines. And we haven't been able to get relays back to get communications back, I should say, to the north side or the south side of the mountain. So until y'all showed up, we ain't sure what happened. We thought we might be the only ones with light. So are you saying the south side's A-okay, doing just fine after the flicker?
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it's all business as usual. So it is just you, in fact, that is stranded here.
All right.
Which is interesting.
That's not great.
No. And we weren't, I mean, Clem, I don't want to discourage you.
Yeah.
But we weren't sent to help you specifically. We were sent to look for some people. So this might be a situation where you really need to be thinking about yourselves. I'm not one to tell other people what to do, but if it were me, I would start thinking about how to get these people out of here.
Well, I hear you. I can start to get everybody packed up swift like. May I just ask? So they came looking for some power thing. They checked up north, and that was the last we saw of them. They went up there deeper into the forest, checking out some of those northern relays. Then I think one of them suckers bust, and then we didn't see him again. So if you're looking for these people and you're trying to get north, I may be able to help get you through some of the dusk, at least a little less dangerous, like, you know?
I mean, I think we'll take less dangerous like. I think that our goals are pretty aligned and that we want to find our people and you want to get your town back online.
That's right. All right. Okay. Well, look, so basically the Luxstone relays and the schematics that help make the town run, they're on a locked archive. We're not supposed to have access to them because we ain't official Willah Brimstone employed folk, and she only lets some of her highest ranks access to those things. So surely she probably gave you some kind of code, right?
This is Katie going. Did we get a code? I didn't think
As
we
far as
did.
you're aware, you have not been given a code.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I'm necessarily high up in the Willah Brimstone Empire. I'm more of a freelancer. What about you, kid? Did you get a code?
A code? No.
Anything your aunt left?
I pat myself down for anything that maybe I grabbed from Naomi or that Naomi gave me before we left.
Yeah, you pat yourself down, and you are kind of going over. Would you, either of you can give me investigation checks if you want to, like, search deeper in your stuff, see if maybe there's something hidden that you've missed.
I mean, God, I doubt it. I just feel like
6.
6.
I'm so baffled by I truly can't understand anything
9.
that this man
I'm
is
so
saying.
sorry.
And I'm really only listening to what Blossom is saying no, this is Daiya. Emiko knows
Okay,
what you're saying.
great.
Daiya's like, I've never encountered a person who talks like this, and I don't know what you're saying at all.
I'm gonna criminy. I can't even believe I'm at Brock. I don't suppose that you have a code that your father left you.
You see Brock starts to kind of search his rock form. What were your rolls?
I got a
Sorry.
9. I also don't think that Blossom was searching very hard on her person. I don't think that Blossom has a very high opinion of Willah Brimstone.
Heard.
So I think that she kind of just assumes that she has not been set up for success.
Gotcha.
And I got a 6, which I'm taking as I'm trying so hard to listen to what this man is saying, and it's not working.
You see that Brock is kind of reaching around, and you see that Brock pulls out the contract that you all signed for Willah. And he looks at it and goes, maybe there's something under here?
I am not reading that.
I'll look at it.
Yeah.
I like reach up really high to grab it from Brock since he's so much taller than me.
You grab onto the contract and start to look at it. And as you are looking at it, you notice that there's a little bit of glow from the Luxstone lamp that's hanging above. And you can see that it looks like it's revealing different lettering in the
Oh
the
my
note.
God.
Okay,
Invisible ink.
So I don't need lemon juice.
You don't. Or a Q-tip. Or a hairdryer. Or
Oh,
Nicolas
crazy.
Cage.
Whoa.
Or John Voight.
Oh, crazy.
I look over in the corner and Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage is
Cage
there.
and John Voight and the other 2 actors from National Treasure that I don't know are looking
Right.
at,
Yeah.
not at the Declaration
Whoa,
of
that's
Independence.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk to those people. They look like they make bad decisions and keep things in museums when they shouldn't be in museums.
Absolutely. That belongs in a museum. And you see a man in a fedora with a whip running over to them going, it belongs in a museum.
I
you
wondered
realize
which of us was going to do the impression, and I'm glad the spinner landed on you.
And you realize in this moment that you are not the main characters of this story, and that there is a much more important adventure happening on this outskirts of your. No,
don't worry, I never thought that.
Great,
fine. I always knew I was a secondary character.
You look and you see on this paper it's less so hidden ink and more like as you expose it to the Luxstone, certain letters glow out from the contract. And you would see that it reads, only one path leads to truth. And then you would see in separate lines the following. So in the first line, you would read, red, R-E-D, red lies, period.
Like L-I-E-S?
L-I-E-S. Then you would see green in the next line. Green stands by blue, period. You would see the next line reads, blue tells the truth only if yellow lies.
And it's lies like the
L-I-E-S.
same way.
Then you would see underneath that, yellow always lies, period. And the last one is white tells the truth only when red lies. And that is the end.
What the fuck is this paint by numbers bullshit?
I'm not red. Are you green? I'd point at Clem.
Wait, are we the colors? Surely we're not the colors.
Are we the colors?
No, surely.
Well, there's only there was 4 of us, but there's 5 colors.
I don't think that we're... No, I don't think it's that type of a thing. Again, it's some sort of like map or code or something.
You see Clem is standing there. He goes, so did you get it seems like you got something. What'd you get?
Well, we got a fucking Mother Goose riddle is what we got. One of those, one of these doors always lies. One of them tells the truth and one of them, fucks you up the ass and you got to pick which one to go through.
That's different from the Mother Goose that I read when I was a kid.
What does it have? You said it has colors?
Yeah. Do you want to? I'm sure Daiya already wrote it down.
Do you know anything about
You see,
colors?
he opens up so this is like a, think Night at the Museum center desk, where it's like 360 desk. He opens up.
Yeah, like a central desk in a museum.
He opens hey, I don't live in a place with lots of fancy museums, okay? So... and he
you have a really nice stained glass museum in Sarasota.
I've never been.
Me.
So he opens up the little door to the center desk and welcomes you 2 in, or you 3 in.
Can Brock fit?
Hops out of his stone form and runs in as a little ghost with a little trunk as he is excited. You watch as Clem kind of taps stones on the ground, and you watch as the floor opens and a little spiral staircase opens down. And he goes, "Come on."
You got to pinky swear this isn't like a sex dungeon.
It ain't no sex dungeon. This was this is what was designed here for the Miners Guild. This is where all the important stuff that they need, contracts, certificates, extra treasures, special rocks, anything that we find.
You're just saying things that would be in a sex dungeon, though.
Yeah, no,
You're
but
right.
no handcuffs.
You know what? There usually are contracts in the good sex dungeons. There are contracts.
There may be phallic
I've been to a
shaped
bit of both.
gemstones, but that's not a sex thing. That's just because that is how they found.
Do people fuck them anyway?
I'm sure somebody has. I ain't done it. No.
Or is it like a this is funny kind of thing, and then it's like they carve it into the shape
why
of
can't it be both?
You're right. Also, we have a child here, so we probably shouldn't be talking about phallic.
I think he already went in. He ran. Oh, God, we got to go down there. There's so many dicks.
Wow, look, they've got a big saw down here. I see.
Oh, dear. Brock, don't touch it.
I see revs a chainsaw.
No.
He's a ghost. He can't be hurt by it. He's just waving it around. Yeah, you all walk down,
Infinitely
and as you
scarier.
walk down, you notice that what Clem told you is true. There's lots of kind of gemstones. There's like filing cabinets almost, just of important documents, permits, those types of things. But then you would see in the wall on the far side is a small safe, and above the safe there are colored gemstones that seem embedded in the stone. And he says, what was them colors?
I was about to say, are the colors red, green, blue, yellow, and white? Are those the colors of the
They
gemstones?
are the colors of the gemstones.
Whoa.
Interesting.
We found it.
Well, I look at Clem and I go, would you believe that they're red, green, blue, yellow, and white?
Oh shit! So she did give you some kind of code.
Yeah.
I ain't never been able to open this before.
So Dellan, we're seeing. So are these? Tell me about the gemstones. Do they got a particular order? What's going
you
on?
can roll. I would say you can roll a investigation, an arcana, or an insight check if you would like to learn more about this puzzle.
Okay.
These gemstones. I would accept any three of those.
Okay, you said Arcana, Investigation. What was
Insight.
the last one? I'm going to do Investigation.
I'm doing Arcana. 16.
Oh, hell yeah, baby. I got a 23.
I will say that Blossom, on your Arcana check, you are looking at these stones. You have some experience with Luxstones, and you would know that there is a kind of humming tune that Luxstones make when they're hit, right? And there is a knowledge of the magic that resides within these stones, that Luxstones are able to hold specific kinds of magic, and that the magic that is held within those stones are then able to kind of change the quantum rules of those stones, if that makes sense. They physically, the harmony changes. So you get the feeling, and you would know that there is going to be some sort of difference here in these stones. One of these stones is probably imbued with magic that makes it the correct stone, or the unlockable stone, if that makes sense. That it's not necessarily a pattern type. It would be like
it's like a 1.
It's like a 1. And then
Got it.
I would say that you, Daiya, as you investigate, you kind of hold your paper up to the stones, and as you're looking at them and you're comparing, and you would feel there is almost a pulse as you get closer to them from each of the stones, and you would feel that there's a slightly faster pulse from the blue and green stones.
I mean, that would make sense because it says green stands by blue.
Yeah, but blue only tells the truth if yellow is lying, and yellow always lies.
Yeah.
So,
do they like click in, or
yeah,
is it like
a we hit them?
Would
kind
you
of
like
thing?
to press one?
Yeah, I want to. I look at Blossom. Should I press one?
Which one are you gonna press?
Blue or green, probably. That seems like the safest
I would
bet.
go with green. Maybe I don't.
Okay.
I don't know if the affectations of each stone only work if they are pressed, or if they are sort of an always low level active.
Or maybe it's like if we smash a bunch of them, we can figure it out kind of thing.
I mean, I think there's only one way forward and that is to try some shit out.
I'm going to press the green button.
I'm gonna duck.
Great. You press the green button, and as you do, you press it in, and you feel it like gives a little static shock, like pulling on the prank gum on your finger as you pull back, and you see it rattle, clink, 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 and then come out back into its spot where you could press it again if you wanted to. I would say that since you were focused on blue and green, but you pressed green, you would notice that there's almost a shared, I don't know, like mechanism. So like when you pressed green, blue shifted a little bit. Everything else stayed.
Okay, well, the green shocked me, and that wasn't really pleasant, but you can try something
Brock,
else.
come on, Brock.
But it is a button. We
Brock
learned
walks
something.
over. Yeah, what's that?
Hey, Brock, come over here. You're gonna hit red at the same time that I hit white, and we're gonna see if that does anything.
You're hitting white, I'm hitting red?
Yeah. You like the color red?
I do.
Oh, all right. Well, Okay, do you want me to 3, 2, 1?
You both press the button. You feel as they both are pressed in, you hear a crunching as both of those gemstones are ejected out from the button slots. And you watch as smoke starts to flow out of the hole where the mechanism is, and you hear sparks inside as you look at the unopened safe.
So it wasn't that one, and pressing 2 at the same time didn't do a great thing. I thought that maybe red and white would work because white tells the truth when red lies. So I thought that maybe but maybe not. And it appears.
No, I think that logic makes sense, but okay, so red lies, green stands by blue. Blue tells the truth only if yellow lies. So maybe it's like a sequence? Well, okay.
It says yellow always lies. So does that mean that
blue
yellow
tells
is
the truth only? It's like a sequence, maybe like yellow, blue, green.
That was going to be the next thing I thought to try. I mean, I guess we could try hitting yellow and seeing if it allows us to then hit another color. But my worry is it's just going to come right back out like the green one did.
Right. Does it look like we can put the red and the white back in, or does it look like that's totally like bonkers broken?
Those gemstones are shattered, and the magical energy from the other 3 seems to have dissipated.
Oh, cool. So we fully broke it? Sick.
Well, let's I press yellow.
You press yellow and it goes in, but like a broken toy, it just stays in its slot, pushed in.
Here's the thing. I look over at Clem and I say,
Did y'all break it?
has it ever done this before?
I never tried to press the button because I was worried that I'd fuck it up.
Well, it's fucked up. What do we do now?
Well, shit.
I think this is what's supposed to happen, actually.
Well, maybe, some of them stones came out. So is there some wires or some shit in there?
Some smoke came out.
Are y'all
Hey,
good with
Brock?
tech? Any of y'all do tech stuff? You fidget with gadgets and whatnot?
Wait, shit, I do. Crap. Wait, hold on. Oh, do I have a thingy I can do?
I can't believe you just forgot like the core tenet of your personality.
I was going to say,
for,
is
like,
one of
3
you
minutes.
maybe perhaps described as an artificer?
Listen, here's the thing. A lot of stuff has happened in the last couple of hours.
No, you're so right. You're so right.
And I'm kind of hurt right now, so everybody needs to give me a frickin' break. Can I use my tinkerer's tools to see if I can, like, do
Yeah, absolutely.
literally anything?
So I would say, out of sheer pure desire to see what you come up with, if you can justify using a skill, I'll let you use it with your tinker's tools with your proficiency bonus. But you've got to logic it out for me.
Okay, let's see. I mean, the only thing I can think of is investigation, and that would just make sense.
Figuring out the problem.
Okay, so with investigate, here's how I'm going to logic it out. With investigation, can I fit my hands like in the hole, or can I fit like some of my tinkerer's tools like in there and like see if I can root around?
You wouldn't be able to be like leaned in at it, but you would be able to get your hand in there, feel around inside the mechanism. Now that the gems are out, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to do that. So actually, it was like a good thing that happened because like I can fit my whole hand in there.
Holy fuck, dude, your whole hand's in there.
I can fit my whole hand in there, and I'm like messing around with all the wires, and I'm trying to see if like any of them spark, and I got an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you are reaching your hand in there and you're messing around with some of the wires. And you can feel there is a heftier set of wire that goes from the back of the blue stone to the mechanism. And you are able to kind of finagle and work the wires around and hot wire basically this safe. And as you do, you hear the sparks, and then you watch as the blue stone lights up and hums a sweet tune, and the door kind of pops out open on the safe.
See, okay, everything was fine, and I did it. And the only things that exploded were things that were supposed to explode. And I stick my hand in the little thing and I open the safe.
You open up the safe and you see that there's lots of kind of things of some importance in here. But you would notice that the most important thing in here would be a large map of the north side of the city. And also you would see that it has some map of the south side and some of the mines, but the furthest south it goes is the Sunstone. And you would be reading this map and notice that it matches the kind of sectioning that Clem was talking about, with the Sunstone being like a large generator. And there are lines moving to several different relay points on the map.
Okay, so this is like an engineering map of like where things are and how they're connected. Okay, is there like a glossary or like a little, I don't know what they're called, but like, you know, like in the corner of a map where like they have like a little section and it's like measuring like how far, like what certain symbols mean.
I have another theory.
You would see that the Sunstone is labeled as emitting a level of magical and tangible, like electrical energy that is comparable to probably 100 times more power than anybody had seen before the sun went down. And you would see that there are strands moving from that stone through the streets, and the kind of streets of the north side of town, the major streets, the major roads have these large lines that are labeled as effectively like power lines. And they go to these relay stations. In town, there are more of them in the actual town. So there's smaller sections of the town, each of them powered by specific relay points, which I would say is like a transformer in town. It's like a large Luxstone that is then able to be drawn from power-wise. Then,
big electrical map.
As you go out from town into the woods, you would notice that the next largest source of power is a large collection of generators and Luxstones that is in the northern forest, north of the town. And it is listed and kind of marked with a few like warnings. We're unsure if this is going to be able to hold this much power, but we think that we're able to section the town in such a way that if it loses power, we're able to keep power in the rest of town. This might be able to allow us to expand out into the forest and further push the dusk back. It seems to be a kind of plan to allow for that to be a new kind of source point for lots of energy, similar to the Sunstone, that then they can branch out from again.
Okay, so just so I have it right. So all the little relays are drawing power from the center Sunstone.
Yes.
And then these generators and smaller Luxstones in the forest are, I'm assuming, in my head, I'm thinking of it like a charging station, so they can take it from there and then expand out.
It's like, have you guys played Minecraft?
Nope.
I have indeed.
I know who Steve
Am I good? No.
The idea being that when you set too much redstone, it can't carry the power anymore, so you have to put a new redstone torch there so that it picks up the power again. So the idea being that we have gone so far from the Sunstone, and all of the south side of town is being powered by the Sunstone. So we're trying to see if we can get far enough away from the Sunstone and basically recreate it with Luxstones. Hold the same amount of power so that then we can spread out again.
They should have put on a surge protector.
It seems like maybe they tried versions of it, but...
Hat on a hat on a hat.
It's like when you plug a bunch of extension cords into each other.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Fully.
My dad does that a lot, and it's not great.
Clem goes, it's like taking all them extension cords and then plugging the extension cords up to a generator and then expecting that generator to be powered adequately enough to then be able to plug more extension cords up to the generator to go further out.
Is there anything else in the safe besides this map?
There is... Yes, there is a report, a miner's report, filed by a man named Kobold Quent. And it says that he, while outside his homestead in the forest, was doing some digging and some landscaping and uncovered a strain or a vein of Luxstone that was not deep within the earth, but actually like pretty shallow in the soil. And when he hit it, it caused a kind of flicker. It caused an electrical shortage for a moment.
When he hit it?
When he hit it, like he hit it
the vein?
like he was digging and landscaping and hit it like you would a pipe.
That's what caused the flicker?
It caused a flicker, and the date on the report would line up with your 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Huh.
Okay, so I think we have to go out and find this kobold Quint and then kill him because he made the flicker.
No, I don't think that is the conclusion to be drawn here.
Okay, then I'm out of ideas.
I would also point out, Daiya, that the last name is, you have not seen how Maribel spelt her last name, but sounds similar.
Is it Quent or
Quent.
Quint?
Quent.
Quint. Ooh.
Quent.
Daiya, I don't think. Listen, I know that you're gung-ho about murder. Have you ever murdered before?
Other than the skeleton dusk thing, I mean, I've killed like animals and stuff, but not like a person.
Listen, as much as I would love for the solution to this to be some murder, I think that a guy just digging in the ground is not really the solution. I think it's less about a malice on his part and more of, I mean, God forbid, apparently something we might not know about the Luxstone.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I just think if you find like a vein of Luxstones like in your yard, my first thought isn't, I'ma hit this. It's like, dig the rest of the vein up and see where the hell it goes, you know?
I mean, I hate to tell you this, Daiya, but usually to get Luxstone out of the ground, you do have to hit it.
Well, yeah, but like if it's like a whole vein, like you're gonna want to follow it.
No,
Is that just
you're
me?
gonna want to mine. You're gonna want to mine it. What the fuck
Are y'all thinking of trying to get out there to the forest to check out that vein? Is that what you're thinking?
I mean, we're gonna have to start somewhere. I think we're definitely gonna have to head north.
You're gonna venture out into the dusk forest? You're not gonna, I mean, that whole place is consumed.
Oh, Clem, I didn't know. You're right. I'm just going to go right back to my caravan. You're right. I'm just going to fuck right off.
Hey,
then.
you know what?
Would
If you
have
don't
me
want
do?
my damn help.
But we have stuff. You can't go back. We have stuff to do.
Daiya, that was sarcasm.
Oh. No, I've heard it. No, I use that a lot.
Look, I'm just saying, if you look at your fancy damn map, if we can get one of these relays back up on power, then maybe we could restore some of the Luxstones and light up a path. And then you don't have to be all, I'm going to go out and fight in the dusk and probably end up dead like the people I'm searching for.
So, wait, you're saying get some of the other relay? Listen, these people, they've already been missing 2 weeks. Do you know what 2 weeks will do to you in the dusk? We don't exactly have a lot of time here. The window is closing.
All right, fine. You take your map.
How long is your idea going to take?
I don't know.
Give me some
I ain't
actual
no
numbers.
engineer type. I'm just saying that it looks like they built this system so that if one goes out or this section goes out, that the section can come back up as long as one is repaired. They probably didn't all blow, right? They probably just turned off because one blew. It's like them lights that go around the trees around the holiday season.
Sorry, in my childhood, I was running away from a war and then the sun going out. I didn't have time to gather around no tree.
We did something similar, but it's like one of us dressed up as a wolf and then would like chase each other around the yard.
What the fuck?
You wait, hold up.
Wait.
What's
It's like a fun holiday game where you like one person dresses up like a wolf and then they like stand in the middle and then they howl and then you have to run away and they have to find you and like bite you and then.
Oh yeah, you're talking about wolf snatch.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
wolf snatch. We
call it something different. But
we called it spiky tooth because the person that's trying to run around has spiky teeth.
We did not call it that. Whatever you said.
Spiky. Repeat after me. Spiky.
Spiky?
Spiky?
That can't even be so that's so far away from what he just
Spooky.
said. I think
How
I'm
do you
having.
get
Why can't
spooky
you
when I said spiky? Damn it, it's spiky.
I can't.
Spiky
I don't
tea.
know. I've never met a person who has
Hey, you
your
know what?
accent.
Why don't
It's
you
so
just go out into the
confusing.
dusk? You know what? I don't even want to help you anymore. You're just going to disrespect me like that. I don't want to help you.
What would we need to Clem? What would we need to do to repair one of the relays? You don't know. You said you're not an engineer.
No, I'm just saying it looks like if you could get one of them things, there's one like down the street from the Miners Guild.
All right.
Then you just have to take two steps into the dusk, repair it, pop back out.
Is there anyone? Okay, Clem. Is there anyone here who is an engineer or would know anything about how to? Because you're saying that there's a plan. Is there anyone here who would actually know? Daiya, put your hand down.
But I could.
You
I
did
did
pretty
that,
good with the
and
safe.
I pointed the safe.
No, I know, but I want to know: is there anyone here who was trained to do any of the upkeep on the relays? Because Daiya, in this town, these
What?
specific relays.
I'm in the town, and I could figure it out.
We could ask Thanik.
Probably.
Who's that?
Thanik Bell. He's a old member of the Sunstone conduit team, and he was a foreman for the electrical work out here.
All right, where is this foreman?
He's upstairs.
All right, sounds like you got an introduction to make then. If you want us to save your town.
Yes, ma'am. He walks up the stairs and takes you all with him. As you walk upstairs,
I have a question.
Yeah.
When everybody leaves, can I take out the little device thing that my dad made me and just sort of check on how that's doing and if it like reacts being closer to the dusk or if anything is going on with it? Like,
yeah, you take a look at the device that your dad made, and you would see that there are already signs of rusting and aging on it.
oh shit.
It is not in the newer state that it was in when you first had it.
Do I know if that's because of the dusk or because of what I did to the
You
sunstone?
don't know. I would say you can try and make an investigation check,
Okay.
or Arcana. Really, actually, an Arcana check, because both those would be magical type
Okay.
effects.
Oh, that was better. 19.
19. I would say that the sense that you're getting is that it would be the dusk. Dusk
Okay.
pretty infamously warps and changes any sort of thing. You saw how it warped and changed houses and wood and people. And from your knowledge of the Sunstone has not warped or changed anything. So cutting into the Sunstone earlier, in theory, would not have the same effect.
I take out like a little bit of like steel wool and I try to like
Clean
kind
it
of
off.
like clean it off and like all I can think about is like, okay, Dad gave this to me like earlier and it hasn't been that long and I'm already fucking it up and I'm allowed to curse because Brock isn't in the room anymore. Oh, this isn't good. Okay, I like whisper to it even though I know that doesn't like do
Yeah.
anything. I'm like, please don't rust a lot. I have to get you back to my dad and then we're going to figure out something to do with you. And then I look at it for a second and then I kiss it and then I put it back in the box. I like put the lid back on and then I shove it back in my bag
You put it back in.
and I run back upstairs.
Yeah, you put it back in your bag and run upstairs. And as you do, you would see that Clem is already introducing Blossom to and Brock to Thanik, a dragonborn man who's pretty like thin. He's very lean. And you see that he is kind of tinkering with some of the Luxstone lamps and making them a little bit brighter, fixing the electrical, the engineering on them, that type of stuff to try and make them better for the uses here. Clem goes, all right, Blossom, Daiya, this is Thanik, and Thanik turns to you all and he goes, hi.
Pleasure. I hear you've got, well, I can see that you've got maybe a problem with the relays. I have been informed that maybe getting even one back online could make a heap of a load of difference. Do you know if that's true?
Yeah, it's possible. There's the one issue of do you know which lights you're hoping to, or which paths you're hoping to light up? Are you trying to go to west side of town, trying to make your way north? Is there a specific district you're trying to get to? What's the plan? It's going to kind of change our approach.
Is all of them an option?
Not without several days of going to specific relays and booting them back up. I could get
Right, but I mean, there's 2 of us now because I also can do stuff with relays and things with my hands.
What's the highest
and-
wattage you've worked with?
30,000.
Have you siphoned magical energy off and turned it into tangible electricity that then can power people's homes?
I think
before?
back to the pinprick that I made in the sunstone. I go, yes.
Oh, all right. Well, then, yeah, with 2 of us, it would take probably about 3 or 4 days.
I look at Blossom and I just go like, I can't believe that worked.
Unfortunately, for our purposes, 3 or 4 days is still a healthy chunk of time. We've got some friends that went north. Is that correct, Daiya?
Yeah.
North, I think,
as
is
far
where.
as
Are you guys trying to go to the power generator up north?
Oh, that's where they last were. So, unfortunately, yes. But we don't see why we can't maybe turn some lights back on while we're on the way. That seems like it would help us, but also help
Yeah.
you. So, bit of a two birds, one stone situation.
yeah, I mean, if we're already going in that direction.
Look, I can. I could probably light up some of the lights along the forest path. I wouldn't be able to get you all the way there, but I could definitely light up some of them. I just, you know what happens when those lights go out, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm well aware. Hence me asking you to maybe turn them back on.
All right.
Which I do have a question. Why this seems, if it's really so easy, like 3 or 4 days of work with 2 people, and the lights went out, 2 weeks ago? What's going on? What's taking so long?
Are you the only one who can fix them?
He turns and looks around at the kind of refugee camp that's gathered here, and he goes, look like there's a bunch of heroes here, a bunch of people willing to go out into the dusk to fix a relay that's shrouded in shadow and maybe going to get attacked by their loved ones who didn't make it out of bed in time.
I mean, do I look like I could go out into the shadows and fight a bunch of stuff and fix a I'm not gonna actually. Don't answer that question. I do look like that.
You certainly are
Daiya,
saying you're going to do that. So
You just volunteered for that position.
I think my
is
point
the
is
thing.
that anybody can do it, even me.
I kind of give a head nod over to the half orc woman who, and I go, not even her over there.
Yeah, Revwin, she can help sometimes, but mostly she just minds this stuff and minds her own business.
I'm just listen, I know that, and I'm not here to attack you. I know that this is essentially a refugee camp. Again, it just is a bit surprising to me that there hasn't even been an effort to turn back any of the lights. Have you just been sitting here waiting
You
for
see,
someone?
he whistles to loud. The whole refugee camp stops, and you watch as that half-orc woman and that tiefling you saw earlier make their way over to you.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And he goes, we have thought about going out in the dusk many times. This is Revwin. He points at the half-orc, and he goes, this is Silvers. Points at the tiefling. He goes, these 2, along with myself, are probably the most informed on what Luxstones mean, what they're capable of, and what their power can be. But at the end of the day, we are Northsiders. And if we leave, and we go out there and we die trying to turn the power back on, and then the power here goes out, there's no one left here to protect. Clem is a great guy. We all love him, but he can't kill everything in the dusk on his own. And we can't kill everything either, but we can certainly save some lives. Try and get them to the mines.
Well, I'm going to let you know right now, I'm no hero. So if we're going out there, we're going to get those lights turned back on because I simply am not going to die going after Celine. That's not how I go.
You see Silvers kind of leans over to you and goes, "No, that's not how you're going to die."
Is that a threat or a come on?
You see that she pulls a little paintbrush, but instead of it being the kind of fibers of a paintbrush at the tip, you see that it's a little Luxstone. And you watch as she kind of traces it over you, and as she does, will you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Holy shit. Hey, Dellan, is she hot?
She's so hot, dude.
God damn it, I knew it. Her energy was so hot.
Yeah.
As soon as you said tiefling with a paintbrush, I went, oh no. That is indeed a 20.
That's
A
pretty
20.
good. Katie, it was actually
wise.
DC 30, and you failed so bad.
You feel the brush trace over you, Blossom. And as you do, there is a flicker of that pinprick feeling that you got earlier when Daiya dug at the Sunstone. And then you watch as you kind of shake off that feeling, and you watch as a little magical thread of energy goes through the brush into her hand and shoots up to her eyes, and you watch as she kind of sees something and takes the brush off your skin and puts it behind her ear.
That was hot, but it was also maybe assault.
We can go turn the power on. I think you'll be perfectly safe.
What the fuck?
I'm just looking back and forth between them.
Are they gonna get, hey, bro, listen, I got 2 more companions. You want to give them the little brush treatment?
You see, she says, "No, they haven't been touched yet."
What the fuck?
You see, she points to her paintings and she goes, "You don't recognize any of this."
Do I recognize any of this?
You look at her paintings and you see kind of an amalgamation of colors, of shapes. Nothing totally tracking with you or like looking familiar. And as you look more, you start to see that instead of just random shapes and colors, you start to see like faces shrouded in fog. You see upside down buildings. You see fire surrounding silhouettes. They do start to kind of depict a scene.
I look at her and I say, I see some $5 options for your fantasy red bubble shop.
She says, "I understand. You have resisted so far. You won't be able to forever. And that's a good thing."
I just turn, and what's the Dragonborn's name?
Thanik.
I just turn and I just give Thanik a look. Like this is your friend? Come get your friend kind of look.
Thanik goes, "Hey, Silvers, she is being strange." You see that he seems to be confused by this.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Wait,
He goes, "Look." Yes.
Before anybody else does anything, I like push myself in front of Blossom. Did you do a similar thing to a person named Kel Gallinadel? Are they in your?
And who are you asking? Sorry.
I'm asking Silvers. Like, in your stack of paintings, did you do this to a person named Kel? It would have been about 2 weeks ago.
Kel. Oh, maybe. Kind of shifting.
Yeah.
Presence
Yes, yeah.
person came through town. Yeah. I let him peruse my wares, and I may have let him sample my brushes.
Did you paint anything about him or?
She says, "Let me check," and she starts to go through her paintings. And you see she pulls a painting out. She goes, Kel. She pulls it to the front. You see a completely black canvas with a small white silhouette in the center of it. And you see in that small white silhouette, there is in the head a small golden orb.
Does it look like me or does it look like somebody else?
It looks like...
Or just like a general person?
You look at it, and there is a feeling that it could be someone from your family, someone from the Yamada or Gallanadel family.
Okay.
There is a familiarity to it. Like, you look at it and you're like, I've seen that silhouette, that body before, but I can't, it's so small, I can't quite make out who it is.
Hey, what? So what does this mean?
Oh, I don't know, darling. I just paint.
Can I have it?
Sure, you're gonna have a hard time carrying it on our adventure, but
How big is it?
it's like a full canvas. I mean, it's,
Oh.
yeah, they're big.
Well, I mean, Brock is big.
Brock goes,
Or I
I
guess
could
Steven.
strap it to my back or Steven's back.
Don't buy.
You
the
don't have to
painting
buy it,
from
darling. You can just
her.
take it. Art is free in time of needs.
See, now feels like the time that I should maybe ask you about Celine.
Celine,
But I don't think I
Celine.
want to know if you had
Celine.
weird paintbrush foreplay with her.
Why? Is it because you'd be jealous?
You're gonna answer anyway. God damn it.
And she pulls a painting and she goes, no, Celine, but I do. Did you say your name was Blossom?
Yes.
You see, she pulls a painting. Your name is like sliced into the canvas by like a knife, and the canvas is painted with a large crow, spread wings, carrying a dead human form.
And this is also free?
Sure.
Okay,
Fuck.
we're taking these.
Okay.
So maybe I think that Celine might still be angry at me, or something terrible's gonna happen.
Is Celine a lover?
Or
of you?
this could be, to be fair, this could be another one of my exes.
Well,
No.
We both stare at her skeptically.
No.
I don't make paintings like this because there's weak emotions.
Yeah, I'm sure. Again, the strength of the emotion definitely comes through. This is obviously a painting for two people that care very deeply about each other. Thank you so much, oh artist. I feel like a muse. Thank you.
Blossom, you've judged me so quick. We're about to walk out into the dusk together. Do you want to have me on your bad side, or do you want me as your friend?
I back out of the middle between them.
Can there be a possibly middle ground where we're begrudging acquaintances?
I would love to be in the middle of you and the ground.
Blossom she blushes and then she goes, fuck, and then she turns around and goes, Brock, you talk to the weird paint lady.
You see Brock grabs the two paintings. He goes, you're making my friend uncomfortable. I'm gonna keep my eyes on you. And stomps away with with her paintings on his back. Clem says to the two of you, he goes, so if I send you with Thanic and Silvers and Revlin, you're gonna be all right?
Yeah. Do you need to, Daiya, I know that we've just been trucking. Do you think we got time for a rest, or do you think that?
I mean,
How are you doing, kid? I know this has been a lot.
could we have counted this as a short rest?
You see, Clem, I'm gonna say no. You see Clem is rifling through a box that's lost and found, and there's a bunch of like bottles and little things in there, and he's looking around. He goes, I got one. We found something the other day. Somebody came in. That he points over to Maribel. And he goes, that lady came in with some stuff that she had found on a body out in the dusk. And he pulls out a couple of vials. And he goes, I never heard of this company before. Bioluminosity, Bluminosities.
I knew it.
And you see,
That's not.
he goes, they're supposed to make you feel right as rain, like you rested for 8 hours after a single sip. So that should take care of you right as rain.
I look at Blossom. Not skeptically. Emiko is saying that skeptically. Daiya is not skeptical at all.
I say, oh shoot. And listen, I would, but I actually used a bunch of those before. And you know how when you take too much Tylenol or antibiotics, you can start to get a bit of a tolerance, if it will, like an immunity. I've taken a bit too much of the Bluminosity. It really is a wonder drug in the past, so it's not going to actually do much for me, I think.
Well, that's great.
So
you
should
see,
save
he
that for
tosses
someone
it
who needs
over to Daiya and goes, well, it
Yeah,
sounds
I
like
grab it
Daiya
out of
could
the air.
use it. Maybe I could give you something else. And he starts looking, rifling. Got a health potion?
Perfect. I will take that.
He gives you a minor healing potion.
Amazing. Daiya, how are you? How are you feeling, Daiya?
I mean, I could use a short rest, but I also feel like we're kind of on a time crunch.
I would say, and this is
So then
just
drink up.
this is just a rough approximation. If I theoretically, if my health was measured in,
Right.
numerically
Oh
Yeah.
no.
out of 27,
For sure.
I would say I'm about at an 18, and that's just a rough.
Well,
And Daiya, how would you say if you had to put a fraction on it?
okay, if I had to put a fraction on it, I would say probably
Yeah, just
like
pull it out of the air.
Right, yeah. No, I'm pulling it out of the air. Like probably like a 29 out of 39 probably.
You
Great. I'm gonna take the health. I'm gonna take the health.
you would
person.
know that you could do a long rest here. It would greatly decrease the amount of time after you wake up to
Yeah.
make it back to Willah within her time frame. Now, you don't have to. It's not like it's not like our D&D game ends because you've not made it back in time, but you would know that it would take a decent chunk out of what you've been given.
Here are the two minds that I am in, Emiko.
Mhm.
One mind is fuck Willah. I don't give a fuck about her fucking timeline. I care about us living, but I don't give a fuck about her. But on the other hand, we have people who have been out in the dusk for about 2 weeks now. It's odds on them being alive is already pretty slim, and every moment that we take a hot 8 hours is adding like more time to that clock.
How long is a short rest?
I always have taken short rests as 4 hours, long rests 8 hours.
I don't even know if I get shit back with a short rest.
I do. I get back my fire rune and an action surge.
So your time hanging out, investigating, asking some questions, it has been pretty relaxed. Clem fed you guys when you arrived. You drank some water. Other than unlocking the safe, which was a little bit of extra effort, was nothing too strenuous. So you're able to kind of replenish yourself, get feeling a
Is
little
Brock
bit better.
doing okay?
Brock is doing great.
Okay.
He lost very little hit points, maybe 0 hit points in the combat, and
Wow.
did not use
He's so
any
strong.
special abilities. Yeah.
Good for him.
So you have now kind of assembled a little crew to go out to one of these spots. You would see that Thanik has pinpointed one that is probably about 2 miles north, right on the edge of the forest. Most of that walk is going to be in still lit area, but there will be just a little bit of dusk to get into the kind of power center. And he said that once we're there, we will be able to, if you guys can make sure that nothing kills me while I'm doing it, I can turn on at least the northern forest path. Thanik kind of leads the way through town as you all begin to walk. And as you do, you
Oh no.
reach the edge of town and you step off the last kind of broken road and off into the woods. And the trees out in this wood are tall, they're narrow, their trunks kind of twist. They're almost like bullets, the way that they're like thicker at the base and they twist up into like pointed spires. Their bark has a strange texturing to it. It's smooth, and you would see that it's got a kind of a sparkle to it, even out in the dusk. And as you walk past it, you would see that it resembles and is kind of embedded with Luxstone dust. And you start to see that the grass is similar here. And you remember that claim that you found in the safe about the Luxstone vein being so close to the surface. And you start to see how the Luxstone has infected and informed this forest. You see that Thanik takes out a little Luxstone, he cracks it, you watch as light emits, and you watch as he tosses it, and you watch it land behind a fence, and you see a large Luxstone, larger than any one body, probably 5 or 6 Brocks on top of each other, or Stevens on top of each other. The golem make this gigantic diamond-shaped Luxstone. It's rough around the edges, but sat in place. And you see to the right of it what looks like a blown transformer. It looks like some sort of explosion took place there as you approach. And Thanik opens up the gate, opens up the door. He says, all right, he looks to the two of you. He goes, I need you to figure out if that was an internal or an external problem, as he points over to the large transformer that's got lots of holes in it. And he says, and he points to the large stone. He goes, I'm going to need to check this out. And you see that there's lots of like cables and wires leading from the stone in lots of different areas to a separate box on the other side of the kind of fenced facility. And he goes off that direction.
Does someone go with him so that he's not just like alone?
Yes, you see that Revwin goes with him, and you see that Silvers, the tiefling artist, stays back, and you see that she pulls out a little tiny booklet and is drawing the scene.
I look at Blossom. Are you looking at the tiefling lady?
Well, I'm trying my best not to. Does anyone, Dellan, is anyone in our party have like a light or anything?
Yeah, you would see that Brock has a little like cracket Luxstone that you can use to light up.
Okay, great.
Cool.
And you're all wearing your facial protection stuff because you are in the dusk right now. So
right, is the transformer like on like is it like a box on the ground?
Yes.
Okay, can I go over and do like a tinkerer thingy to see like what the hell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking happened here.
I would say you could do investigation if you would like. I would say you also could give a nature check. You're out in the woods. If you wanted to check something in line with that, I would allow both of those.
I want to do nature because it's different, but I also want to do investigation.
Do whatever you
want to
do. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do investigation. Ooh, okay. With my proficiency bonus, it's +2. It's a 22.
22. You would look around the box, and you would see that on one side of the box, the metal and the holes is warped in. The other side of the box, the metal is warped out.
So it's like something hit one side and then came out the other side?
Yeah. And you would see that there's multiple of those types of holes, and they all line up with each other.
Ugh. Does it look like, I'm an artificer, so I theoretically could figure out trajectory. Not that physics really exists in D&D.
No, yeah, you would see that there are clear signs that whatever attacked this or whatever went through was higher angled. Most of them.
Okay, so like it maybe came out of the sky?
Maybe.
Is this... What's around here other than this? Are we in like the woods?
Yes, it's woods. So all of those like big spiraling, twisted trees are surrounding you.
I would like to go just look up while you're working on the transformer. I'm gonna go look in the trees maybe a little bit and look up.
Yeah, I'm like squatted down with my backpack open next to me, and I'm just like, so it either came from the sky or from a really, really tall person.
Yeah.
And I overhear you saying that, and I go, got it, gonna go look at the trees.
No, really tall person. I don't know if they would be in... Okay.
You look up in the trees, and you can make a nature check or investigation check. Yeah.
And everything is sparkly?
And everything is a little bit sparkly.
Wow. It's just like Twilight.
Ooh, I have got hot rolls tonight. That's a 21.
Yeah, we're making up for
21.
last session when we all
Yeah.
rolled like shit.
Where we went
You
whiff.
You look up and you see in some of the trees around this area, you see that they spiral higher than you're able to see past the like dusk and even some just like regular fog, right? Like that it conceals the tops of these trees. And as you look up at the fog, you start to see shapes in it. And you start to notice that as those shapes move in and reveal the tops of the trees, you see small platforms. And in fact, you would see some of these platforms have some coverings. And you would see that there are signs of connected kind of tree pathways, that in the trees above here, that there's some sort of community. And as you watch the fog move, you see it hit trees, and it doesn't dissipate or go around the trees. It hits the tree and then moves with the same vibe of bodies floating in water.
I was gonna turn into a cat and jump up and climb up the tree.
Yeah. Be my guest.
Great.
I don't like the way you said that.
Okay, I turn into a cat without saying anything to anyone.
Yeah.
I look up, I make this observation in my head. I don't think I'm used to having help. And I just transform into a cat and I jump up into the tree.
You jump up into the tree, and as you are pawing around, looking around, I'll keep your investigation from earlier. Or you did a nature check. If you would like to
I did a nature
scope
check.
out the evidence here, what's happening, I'll let you do an investigation if you would like, or we can keep having nature observations.
No, I think investigation makes sense. That's a 14.
14. You are looking around, and you would notice that in these little, effectively homes, you would see some pictures, some drawings, some sketches of families, of people, and you would see that they all have at least one or more people in these sketches that appear as clouds or air.
Oh.
And I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Whoa.
Yes, I can. Okay. Maybe air genasi.
Like how Brock looks?
Yeah, like how Brock is.
Clouds.
That's a 12.
But clouds.
You, as you're up here and looking, you start to see those fog clouds moving, and you really start to notice their body shapes. That they are semi-humanoid in the way that Steven is. But they are floating around and just bouncing from thing to thing. There is no soul inhabiting them. And as you do, you start to see small streaks of black moving through these clouds. And as you do, you hear a slight crackling as one whips past you. And as it whips past you, you hear the shriek of a woman being tortured. You hear a streak go by you the other ear, and you hear the wails of children in agony. And as you really start to collect your surroundings, you notice that up here in the clouds, that these black streaks are emitting effectively negative space. As you watch them hit trees and they scorch the tree, and you watch as these black lightning strikes are moving through the space up here in the clouds, and you watch as they are bouncing from cloud to cloud, and then you watch as they sneakily go down into the electrical box near where Daiya is, bounce around and bounce out without Daiya being aware of them at all. And the shrieking is going to do 5 psychic damage to you as you hear the wails of people's screams shooting past you. And you start to watch as these lightning figures form.
In very funny turn of events, I take 5 psychic damage and I turn back into a person because cats have 2 hit points.
Oh, so you turn back into a person and you look and see that up in the trees are these possessed dusk-infected Air Genasi souls that have been trapped in electricity as they constitute into these electric forms. And you watch as you are the only person able to perceive that there are 5 of them that just formed down in the power structure there, as you realize that their wails and their screams are also the only thing that made them visible to you. And you watch as they are primed to attack your friend, Daiya, Brock, and the other members that are trying to work on the electrical grid, as that is where we will end our session today.
I'm just imagining Daiya singing like, "There's feeling like a ballerina."
Yeah.
Well, she's like trying to like put wires together. She's like, this isn't working and this isn't working.
Yep.
Dellan, you gave me so much responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm sweaty.
Gots to.
I'm
All right.
sweaty.
Well, thank you all for tuning into another episode of Triple Crit. If you would like to hear us talk more about this episode, as well as things that are not related to this episode at all, and just us ranting, you can do so over at Triple Crit Tidbits, our after show. But we won't
Tidbits?
spoil too much about that here. You can go listen to that. But thank you all.
If you're tired of listening to us, go ahead and turn us right back
Yeah.
off. Don't listen to Tidbits at all. But I'm going to guarantee for you that you're going to regret it.
Yeah.
And that it's maybe a bad and dumb decision, but I'm not your dad.
Yeah, I think you should
I'm your
absolutely
dad.
just
It
listen
is a
to
bad
this.
and dumb decision, and you should listen to it.
You should absolutely
Yeah.
listen to it.
I'm your dad now.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We've been Triple Crit. Listen to your dad.
Listen to your daddies. Listen to your 3 daddies. Your 3 dads, Dellan, Emiko, and Katie.
I'm a
Yeah.
dad.
Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
All right. See you on Tidbits.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Triple Crit. Due to this episode dealing with the subject of displaced people, we thought it would only be fitting to urge you all to donate if you can to Stand with Minnesota. They are a directory of places to give and actions to take to support Minnesotans as they fight against ICE occupation. I went to college in Minnesota and consider it my second home, so many of my loved ones are on the ground right now fighting for our neighbors' rights. You might have heard that ICE is pulling out of Minnesota, but I can tell you from firsthand accounts that they are not. Any little bit helps if you can, and if you can't donate, please check out their Instagram at @StandWithMinnesota to repost stories, comment, anything you can do to continue to get the word out. You can also visit them at standwithminnesota.com to find mutual aid organizations, food support, and relief funds. No one is illegal on stolen land. Please give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast fix from. It would really help our tiny little podcast grow. If you'd like to follow us and you haven't already, our podcast Instagram is at Triple Crit Pod. That's TRIPLECRITPOD. You can follow me at emilou.co. That's EMILOU.co, everywhere that matters, and follow our DM Dellan at Shellan_Dort. That's SHELLAN_DORT on Instagram. Bye, Triple Cuties.